Yes, hello. This is post editing Justice Edge. And this is a very long Q&A, so instead of like watching the video, I suggest like you just listen to it like a podcast while doing some other shit because it's a very long video. Yes, enjoy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all are doing good. So, this is the 6 year anniversary for BCW. So, thank you guys. Thank you a lot for everything basically. So this is the Q&A. I've told y'all on YouTube that I was going to do a Q&A to celebrate the 6 years basically. So here we are. But first off, before starting the questions, I want to talk about something pretty like important in yeah, so if y'all don't want to hear a rah-rah speech, you can skip to this time slot. Okay, so it's been kind of late. I've been like 3 months late, but I was informed by the Car Wrestling newsletter that BCW was Fed of the Year 2025. So yeah, that's that's fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, I want to thank the fans. I want to thank the CWN. So Pedro, Sean, Ron, thank you guys. And obviously, like I said, thank the fans because without y'all, BCW doesn't it doesn't exist basically. Like in the draft video when I said like BCW keeps on going for you and you make BCW keep on going, like I meant that. Like that wasn't a forced line or anything, like that was just spontaneous. So yeah, thank you guys very much. Hoping to have a better 2026, which started very good because I've uploaded like one video, but it's okay. Yeah, life been pretty hectic recently. I'm trying to find a master's degree. I'm trying to find an internship, so I have to push like BCW to the side for a little bit. I hope y'all can understand, cause like obviously like I'm still young, so I have to like basically prepare my life. Like I have my life in front of me, so I had to start preparing this like the last few years. So it's been hard balancing school and BCW, my hobby. But I've been trying as hard as I can, and yeah. So now let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's get to the questions. So thank you for all the people that has sent the questions. And we're gonna start off right now with the first question by GWI by Alex Blade. Fuck you, George. First question. Congratulations on 6 years of BCW. What is your favorite match you have edited? Thank you for the congratulations. And the favorite match I've ever had. Honestly, I think it has to be the Mania 2 main event. Because this is kind of a link to other questions I have. But this match is really like the first match where everything clicked, where I was like doing the match and I was like, oh, like doing matches are fun. Because before that, it was like mostly AI versus AI. Like throughout the whole first season of BCW, like only a few matches I did actually from A to Z. I think I did the King of the Ring finals between Eddie and Lance. I think I did basically the whole second part of SummerSlam Volume 1. So Diva versus Cass, Antho versus Cole Quinn, and Justice versus Brandon I all did. The four-way dance at Trouble in Vegas I did as well. And like legit that's it from like Rumble 2020 to Rumble 2021. But that main event, when I was doing it, I was really like having fun, and I think that showed because like I wasn't doing a lot of spots before that, but like that there was a click, like there was wired connecting when I did that match where I was like, yo, I'm having way much fun when I do the matches and when I like think of spots. Like it's a whole process, but I really like it. So the favorite match I have ever edited, sorry, was Justice versus Aaron versus Deaver. Next question coming from Ron. Uh, we want Ron, by the way. Throughout all phases of BCW, in your opinion, what was the story that helped mold the company into what BCW is today? That's a great fucking question, bro. Um, I have to think about it a little bit. My bad. Honestly, if you've been following BCW since day one, some people would say Justice versus Brandon, but I don't think that's a very good feud because like it has no substance. It's just a can they coexist kind of vibe. So the story that helped mold BCW into the company, I'd say the whole period between like WrestleMania 2 and SummerSlam Volume 2, where I had like feuds like Johnny versus Antho, the whole Deadly Games tournament, Ron versus Darkstorm, Justice versus Azure, which are all like feuds where betrayal came to be, where I started to think of like, okay, now that I have the BCW live, how can I build the feuds a bit more differently than I would do if I just had CPV after CPV? So those whole feuds, so like Justice and Azure, Antho and Johnny, Ron Darkstorm, these are feuds where I was like thinking, how can I elevate the feud and like do something that's pretty interesting, basically. And that like basically molded BCW into what it is now, because before that, like I said, not a lot of thought process for my feuds. And now like there's a whole character work, what can I do? I have a whole spreadsheets basically for feuds. So yeah. Next question from As James. I just call you As James, my bad. Ash James. Huge congratulations on the 6 years of Battle Championship Wrestling. Thank you very much. Now that Heaven Inc. is over, will we see Hell Inc. in the future? That is a Chat GPT-ass question, bro. I ain't even gonna answer this shit, bro. Next question by Amar, Darkstorm, Mr. MWE, Mr. Kare. Was there any alternative names for the mid-card titles other than All-Star and Heritage title? Or that basically was the first... I cannot fucking talk, bro. Or... Whoa! Or that basically was the first thought and you immediately went with it. I think no, because when BCW was like BCWWE, so like hybrid, I think I wanted to use like WWE, TNA, AEW, or New Japan belts, but like as a BCW label, because like I think if you watch the first BCW intro, you can see Cole Quinn with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, I think it was going to be the BCW World Tag Team Women's, Intercontinental, and Junior Heavyweight. I think that was the original lineup. Now, there was a time where Hirosta, it was basically always the plan that Hirosta was going to win the Heritage Championship at some point, but he would have changed the name of the Heritage title and we would have gone with the BCW Pure Championship. I think I have some designs I did back then that I can find. I think I have a lot of prototypes for championships. So like the BCW Prime wasn't supposed to look like that at all. I had like a placeholder when I switched the All-Stars Championship like late 2020. If I can find it, I'm gonna show it on the screen. Yeah, I think that was basically it. Next question from Angel Alexander. By the way, shout out to my guy. Like, he's one of the main reasons BCW is that good, because like he inspired me. I think he inspired like a lot of people with like the way he can do highlights. So if you haven't watched NHBW or the shit he's doing currently, like you should go check it out really. Congrats on 6 years. Thank you once again. What would you say was the one show or match or story where you felt like you were hitting your groove as a creator? Maybe it was a multitude of events that build on that feeling bit by bit. I am not going to lie. That whole stretch from like overtaking season 2 till No Mercy, I was on some legendary shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like this was a period of time where I think like I started to gain confidence in like BCW, where like the whole season 1 was just me lingering around. Starting like the Royal Rumble 2021 till SummerSlam, I was like trying to build BCW to what it could be and not like just a YWE clone. But starting post SummerSlam till No Mercy, this was like where I was like, yo, like people really enjoy BCW. Like what I'm doing like has an impact on people because like I have 300 subs almost. I think I have 300 subs, but like I have an impact. Like people like what like they're watching, and that confidence helped me like honestly build BCW more as itself, in a sense that I was like hitting my groove. Yeah, I was in fucking flow state from overtaking till No Mercy. I'm not saying the quality, sorry, like dipped down after that. I'm just saying that it was a very fun period of time for me as a creator to see like everybody being like, yeah, BCW is the shit. Like it improved like the confidence I had in the show very much, where I was like, before that I was maybe relying on cause that were established too much, like the Johnnies and the Arrows and the Angels. And yeah, starting there I was like, maybe like instead of doing that, focus on the Dave Alphas, the Eddie Lees, the Devers, the Justices. So yeah, that whole stretch was like one of the most fun stretch I've had recording BCW basically. Next question from Mr. DPW Francisco Dragao. My question to you is, what is the show that you enjoyed making the most? In a kind of like the same stretch as the last question, I think the show I enjoyed making the most was No Mercy season 2, because like it was the C-est of shows like I could have ever done. Like it was the definition of a C show. But like just doing it, going into it, like every match I had fun recording. Every match like had a story. Every match was something where I was like, yo, that shit is fucking lit. Like Antho and Joshi, like I remember that card like very vividly. So Antho and Joshi had a great match. The tag team Turmoil, where like Peter and Kage, when the whole stretch with the PJ and Joshi Swerve, really like doing that. The announcement for like the women's division coming back, this was something I was thinking of a lot. Then we had Hirosta and Nuru, which was like maybe not the most fun I've had recording a match, but basically the match that flowed the fastest I think I've ever recorded was this one, even though I wasn't following ENA that much. So the only like footage I had of Nuru back then was EWF, because ENA had deleted all the videos, so I had based it on this. But I knew Hirosta and Nuru had a story, like a lot of things going on for them, so this was a very fun match. The 2 out of 3 falls between the Hooligans and the Bloodline. Like the Hooligans, it was also like that period of time where everybody was like, yo, those hooligans guys are like, there's something serious, there's something lethal. So seeing them outcome the odds and being like such fucking beast as the Bloodline, um that was very fun. Deaver and Trayvon had a great match. Jack Roberts had a great match as well. um and Justice doing the promo after that was a very fun show. I reminisce about that show a lot. I rewatch it a lot also. So No Mercy season 2. uh Other question by Angel. Which cause have been the most fun for you to record throughout the 6 years of BCW? First choice, obviously the hooligans, because like growing up in the 2010s of wrestling and like the internet spirit of things, I was always like, I always preferred high flyers more. Like Evan Bourne was my guy, Jeff Hardy. When I discovered Will Ospreay, like watching the Super Click versus Ricochet, Seidel and Ospreay, like it was like discovering crack. Ricochet as well, Kofi Kingston, obviously. So like I always like gravitated towards high flyers more. So like having my high flyers and basically being like, fuck it, they can just fly off the fucking moon. It's always been fun recording with them. Low key, an underrated shout is Joe Garcia because very technical. He's a guy like that I really like recording with. Justice, Eddie. It's been a while since I haven't recorded with Lance, but with the moveset I gave him, it's gonna be really fun recording the main event of like Resonance. My bad. So yeah, basically the four that are in the main event of Resonance. I really like recording Angel as well. Like having whole ass phases like a springboard knee into the Jericho pin, or like the diving down drop kick goes in the other corner, drop kicks the back. These are like little things that I really like. Jay Fontaine, I love recording with that guy. Who else I can think of? Like basically everyone, but the hooligans, Angel, Joe Garcia, and Lance, I really love recording with them. Next question by Detective J. What's your top 10 favorite BCW moments? What was the craziest moment in BCW? I don't think I can like give you 10 moments, but what I really love, I will say that what I really love with BCW, like as the creator of BCW, is seeing like the reactions of big moments, like seeing the reaction for when Deaver cashed in or when Lance cashed in, the whole reaction when Hirosa versus Johnny happened. Yeah, these are the moments. As a viewer standpoint, I cannot tell you because I basically know everything that was, is, and will be happening in BCW. So I cannot tell you from a viewer standpoint, but from a creator standpoint, seeing all the reactions from y'all to like moments in matches and like promos is really what I love. And craziest moment in BCW, I'd say AJ Black floating from like the fucking ladder at the first ladder of success. That was a pretty crazy moment. Next question by Angel Alexander once again. Who did my honey boo bun sugar plum sweet muffin arrow annoy backstage? So I think it's in response to WrestleMania 3 and this whole debacle. I know it was a joke, but I gotta answer it because it kind of links to what I said earlier. But basically, when I did the feud Arrow versus that dude, the plan was always for Arrow to lose at Mania, even before that guy was like ousted as a terrible person. It was always the plan that Arrow was going to lose at Mania and Rosta was going to win the title Road to Glory. So when like he got ousted, I was recording WrestleMania basically, and I was like, basically, I had one show left with that guy, so I was just gonna keep with the plan, even if that means Arrow losing to a nonce at WrestleMania. Oh, so my bad, Arrow. But the storyline I got going on for Arrow as well wouldn't have worked if he had won the belt at Mania. So it's kind of a 2 steps backward, 3 steps forward situation for this one. And the last question of the Q&A comes from Mar, MWE, Mr. Kare, once again. What's a storyline that actually was ready to be done in front of you that you wish you could have done but couldn't, as it was in the middle of another ongoing feud that's more important? There's some feuds I wanted to do. Obviously, there's some plans that I wanted to do that I scrapped entirely. At the first No Escape, what was supposed to happen was that Tegan Knox, the reigning BCW Women's Champion, the first BCW Women's Champion, that's fucking crazy to say, was gonna face Rebecca Sparks in a rematch of the Rumble. And since it was No Escape, I was gonna do a steel cage match. But I did a steel cage match as their first match, so doing 2 steel cage matches would have been like very redundant. So I was like, yeah, it's No Escape, so I'm gonna do a Hell in a Cell. But like the feud didn't require a cell match, if that makes sense. There are some other feuds or plans that I like completely scrapped. Like the main event of WrestleMania 3 was actually supposed to be Lance Nichols versus Eddie Lee, where Eddie wins the Rumble. I keep No Escape as a pay-per-view instead of Dysfunction and Roadblock. And Dave is in a, like, maybe an Elimination Chamber. I don't remember it. I didn't write it. And like, he beats Dave. And Lance beats Dave, I think. So it's kind of like Dave got screwed out of BCW, and Lance and Eddie as former friends can main event WrestleMania together. That was the feud I had going on for Mania. There was one other feud with Lance where it was like basically I had DJ Hero signed, and Lance was gonna be like his protege, and they would have been like a team where their finisher would have been like Lance doing a backstabber and DJ doing the katana or some shit like that. I think that was their finisher, and like almost like a stretched out version of the MJF William Regal feud that happened in AEW, where like basically eventually when Lance would have learned everything there is to learn by DJ, he would have turned on him. But that didn't, I think I just didn't do it because I didn't had DJ signed or something like that. So that was the last question. Thank you guys for tuning in for the 6 years Q&A. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope that wasn't too long. And yeah, thank you for everything over the past 6 years. I've been a blessed man. Everything I've done was for you. Everything I'm doing is for you. Hopefully Resonance is out this or next month. Hopefully SummerSlam is out this year. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.